What's up, guys? Back again today working on the Audi 2.0T FSI. It's the EA113 model of this engine. Doing the rear cam chain tensioner, and ran into a very common problem that a lot of people face when removing the Polydrive bolt on this cam adjuster. What happened to me was I bought the exact Polydrive socket with the cam locking tool. It's underneath those rags right now. And even with a really long breaker bar and going real slow, I think just because that bolt sees so many heat cycles, and it's from the factory, they put it on tighter than hell. And I think with all the heat cycles, it just gets kind of welded in there, you know what I mean? Well, anyways, a lot of people on YouTube and the Audi forums recommend either pulling the head or removing the camshaft girdle. But to do that, you got to pull the timing belt off the front. You got to put the front end in service position. And so since I did not want to do that, what I did, I found this method on YouTube. A guy similar to me had the same issue, same engine. And what he recommended doing was you take a Sawzall with a bimetal blade. You actually first use a mini hacksaw like so to cut the chain, the tensioning chain, okay? Now, to do that, it requires a lot of patience and maybe a few cuss words. But once you get it off, it's off. Then what you do is you get your Sawzall, and you see that slit right in between the adjuster and the gear there. So what you do is, what I'll tell you is you're going to want to aim a little bit more towards the right of where I made my cut. More, I would say towards the middle of in between the gear and the adjuster. Because what happened to me was trying to play it safe, I leaned over more to the left. And I ended up cutting through the adjuster, but I didn't cut through this sleeve that actually has the locking pin. Anyways, what happened was after I cut through the adjuster, this sleeve was locked on still to my exhaust cam. So I had to make another cut, and ended up cutting the rest of the head of the bolt, and that popped right off. Then my bolt was sitting in there just like this, but all the way threaded in, and that's when it was protruding just enough where I could get a finger on it and twist it out. It came out like butter. So there you go. And I'm hoping everything's back in time, but you're going to want to clean all the metal shavings, and you'll probably want to tape off your oil galleries to your timing chain or cam chain tensioner. So there you go. And obviously protect your engine from all the metal shavings. I'm probably going to take a shop vac to this whole area. But now what I got to do is actually get a new exhaust cam adjuster. So that's next on the list. I'm going to probably hit the junkyard tomorrow, or maybe Facebook Marketplace. You don't want to go Amazon on these because these oil galleries control the variable valve timing, and a lot of times them Chinese knockoff parts, you know, I know a bunch of guys who have put on the Amazon adjuster and they just keep getting variable valve timing faults. So I'm going to stay away from that. Like I said, I'll probably hit the junkyard or Facebook Marketplace, but that's it for today, guys. I'll maybe make another video once I'm putting it all back together. Have a good day.